Hello, welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at Shadow Froslass in the Retro Cup. And this Pokemon destroyed me once before in this meta with a very similar team, so shout out to this opponent who got me basically this idea as well. But also, this Pokemon was not Shadow against me and this Pokemon was running Avalanche against me. We are not going to have any of this. We're going to have the Shadow variant with triple Axel, and why we want to run this move is something we're going to experience today. This move is quite a lot of fun because while it's a weaker move than Avalanche by quite a bit, it's going to guarantee us an attack boost on our Froslass, and as we are the Shadow Pokemon, we're going to have a bonus that is a bit more significant than for the normal variant, where like the Avalanche just makes a little bit more sense. But as you're going to see here already, we're going to do more damage here already against the opponent's Pokemon there just because we had this move compared to if we had Avalanche there. Basically, as soon as you're gonna get to two moves with the triple Axel, you're gonna already have a bit of a benefit from running this move compared to Avalanche. Avalanche is just a little bit better in the neutral scenario. What I encountered today quite a lot of times was actually Gyarados for whatever reason. This is not the last Gyarados you're gonna see here today. And quite a lot of very interesting weird Dragon type Pokemon like Druddigon. Druddigon has access, by the way, to the move Night Sash. That's the main reason why I didn't try to set up my sweep here with the, what's called the other Pokemon that we have, the Froslass. That's the main reason why I went to Dugong. I can still go ahead and go for the Icy Wind here against the opponent, get them a little bit lower. That's going to be great as I'm going to swap out into the Hexorus. I sadly don't get my move off immediately, but I'm still going to be able to get this Icy Wind off, get the attack drop onto the opponent. And again, they're sadly going to run also Dark type coverage on this Pokemon, which kind of forces me to use a shield here, even though they're debuffed because Hexorus has an insane attack stat, but doesn't help them. And we can now move on into the next opponent. If I tell you this team was very, very strong, I am not lying. I think, so far I played 2 sets and I went 8-2, which is really, really good for me, I would say. 8-2 is a great run. 8-2 is an amazing team. So I have like a set left, which I might play with this team. I might save up for tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a very big day for Pokemon Go PvP players, as we might have also the new season coming up. But also, of course, the event is going on right now as well, which I am mostly not going to be able to play. So it's going to be interesting what's going to be happening on this channel for the next 2 days, where we're going to have the global event for the wild area. Hopefully everybody has some fun. Could see, especially during those times, that not everybody is going to play the entire event, as it's very, like here it is at -2 degrees. I would not even play the entire event, even if I would have time. So yeah, I will definitely miss out on a little bit here, but definitely enjoy the event tomorrow. Anyway, we were able to get both shields back from the opponent here, which is great because of Aerial Ace against Charger Block. Like, shielding up Aerial Aces from a non-stab move here as well from the Superior is quite ridiculous, but definitely going to help us out quite a bit. We're going to get some nice energy lead here with our Froslass, which now has to go up against the Runerigas. We can go for the Shadow Ball. We're going to get the knockout. We're going to be able to win this battle quite easily here, as we will see as well that the Charge Pack is coming back in, and we have now the opponent coming up next. Dunsparce is going to be up next. This is going to be a very nice lead for me because I really want to have this Pokemon against me here. My other Pokemon are going to struggle quite a bit against this Pokemon, as of course we have a Rock type weakness with our backline, which is not as bad as it seems, I have to admit. Like, it definitely was not as bad as it looks like. Of course, there are a lot of Pokemon that use those type of moves, but it was definitely very much playable. And as you're going to see here, the opponent is going to now go down most likely with their Dunsparce. We're still going to have our lead left. We're going to see the swap out into the Cresselia. And as we're going to have some nice damage here coming up with the Frenzy Plant, I'd rather decide to stay in here because then I can align my Froslass later on, instead of having my Dugong aligned against the opponent if I would have swapped out here into my Say Swap, which is going to be way better for me because Dugong is weak to the grass knot that usually Cresselia runs, and here we are kind of forcing them to go for the harder hitting move, and they're going to have a Jump Love in the back. That is actually something that happened quite commonly. Like, there were quite a lot of times where Jump Love was lurking in the back, which of course is quite a decent thing for us, as we will see here as well. We're gonna try our best to just win the battle just with our Froslass, and we do that by using no shield against the Aerial Ace. The opponent of course thinks I'm double boosted here. They definitely want to keep this Pokemon. No, I don't, because I have another Ice-type Pokemon in the back, and so I am guaranteed to win this battle. As you saw there as well, Froslass was just able to destroy the opponent. As said before, Gyarados was quite a common Pokemon, and we're gonna see here again another Gyarados coming in against us. This Pokemon again, as a Pokemon that's actually kind of interesting to be used here. It definitely makes a lot of sense that people are running this one, especially with like Dragon Breath or like Dragon Tail here in this case, makes a lot of sense. But as we will see as well, they're going to have not the greatest time against me so far, as they're going to now reveal their Rock-type Pokemon, or like Rock-type attacker in Licky, which is totally fine for me because I'm going to be able to get the attack drop onto them. This is like the main reason why this team worked out so well. We're usually able to bait out those rollout users with our Dugong, but before they really got some damage onto me, I was usually able to get the debuff already before that, and that really helped me out quite a bit. And as we will see as well, the Licky is already very, very low. We get a ton of energy here for whatever wants to come back in this case the Gyarados. And while they're definitely already at a charge move, they very likely want to have perfect fast move alignment, which kinda was a bit of a problem for them because this allows us to get another move off, and the Aerial Ace is going to be able to get the KO. We will see the opponent coming into their Licky again, and I have 2 shields. I know I have a weakness to rock typing, but I don't really care too much about it because I can go into my Froslass, and at this point I think this game is kind of over already. No matter if this is going to be a bait or not, we're going to be kind of fine because they still have a Pokemon in the back, but basically there's next to no Pokemon in this current meta that can take 2 Triple Axel or Triple Axel and a Shadow Ball or 2 Shadow Balls. Nearly everything, I think actually everything kind of dies to this Pokemon at this point, unless you're running something like a Litleo, which nobody is doing currently because Ice-type Pokemon are quite rare, and so we are going to be able to win this battle here quite easily with our Froslass. Next opponent, having Flygon in the lead. That's going to be an interesting one again as well, because we're going to have 2 Pokemon in the back. They're going to be Ice typing. What this means now as well, as the opponent reveals that they have the Flygon in the lead there, it definitely does mean that you're going to see definitely Pokemon in back that are going to be fine against Ice type Pokemon. And that's kind of something that I'm a little bit worried about, as this team here is going to definitely struggle against Fire-type Pokemon. Fire-type Pokemon are going to be horrible for this team to deal with. Nearly impossible to win against something like a Marowak or something like this. Yeah, all those Fire-type Pokemon going to be really, really difficult to deal with. But here, I actually would have had the chance of maybe realigning if I wanted to. Oh wait, I am going to be able to realign myself. That is even better. Body Slam did not knock me out. I can use a shield. I have still the Icy one stored, which is going to allow us to, actually we went for the other move here, which is even better for me, the Drill Run, which is going to allow us to put the opponent into range 4 on Frenzy Plant, which I'm completely gonna bottle up here, by the way, as well, because I'm misplaying this matchup a little bit. But as you can see here, the Rock Slide is coming through, and I was not too sure on what the opponent really wants to do here. What is their main way of winning this battle? Do they want to go ahead and go for the Dunsparce, or do they want to go ahead and go for the Flygon? And apparently the opponent decided to choose that Flygon is the best Pokemon to bring later on. But as you're gonna see here on the side, I still have my Froslass, and I don't really think so. And as you're gonna see as well, the opponent is gonna get very, very low. I could have went for the Aerial Ace here, by the way, as well. But as we will see, we're gonna have our Froslass coming in. We're gonna be able to go ahead and go for the full farm down. And in comes the Dunsparce, which is gonna go down anyway. Cresselia is going to be next, and this is going to be okay for us. Again, we're going to have a very neutral matchup here with our Superior. Superior is going to be able to take all those hits while we dish out quite some solid damage here with the Frenzy Plant. What we see as well though is we're not going to be able to two-shot the opponent, that's still going to survive. Moonblast is actually way more damage than I expected, but I guess we only do that little amount against the opponent because they're insane bulk, like they're insane bulk there. We're going to be able to swap out here onto our Dugong into the Moonblast and just hope that we don't get the debuff here, 10% chance. 10% chance. Like, honestly, it is such a meme on my channel that basically every single time I encounter a Pokemon with the Moonblast, we're gonna get the debuff. It is what it is, we move on. We try to adapt here as well. Of course, this would have been a very different battle here if I didn't get the debuff, because look at this, we would have been able to two-shot most likely the third here with 2 Icy Winds and like the Ice Shot damage, but no, we are not even close to that now at this point. But at least we are going to be able to go back into our Superior and look at this. A bit of retaliation. Boom into nothing, like double debuffed, and also onto a Ghost type, a Hyper Beam. What are the chances? What a perfect catch for me. What a nice way of also baiting out the opponent's Marowak, as we're gonna get them super low thanks to Triple Axel. Triple Axel really helped us here because it allows us now to fully farm them down with our Superior, which is gonna give us different opportunities to win this battle now, as we have access to Aerial Ace still, and we are gonna have a ton of energy, while the opponent still has basically the shield left, it is still going to be fine, as we're gonna see here as well. Cresselia not gonna be able to take the hit. We're gonna get the aerial ace off. We're gonna get the KO, and in comes the ferret, which is gonna be able to farm down. Next one, we're going to have here the jump love against us in the lead. Horrible lead forwards, but we're going to have the nice swap out here into the dugong. It is going to be okay for us. We're going to use a shield against the opponent. It's going to be the energy ball, and they're going to swap out into the Miltank. But it's going to be okay again. We're going to be able to bait out the rock type user there in terms of rollout user usually, which is going to be the Miltank, and I'm totally okay with that. They're usually going to have another anti-ice Pokemon in the back, but we have to see what's going to be. But as we will see here, we're going to have the ice event that's coming through against the opponent. It is going to be able to drop them a little bit, but you can also swap on to the superior. And you might think, oh, that's going to be a bit of a silly play. It might be. It might not be though as well. As you will see the ice beam coming through, we're going to get a ton of energy for the jump love, forcing them very likely to use a shield against us or waste all of their energy kind of straight away, which would be also great because then I can steamroll with the Shadow Froslass. And this is definitely something that happens quite often here, as you saw already, steamrolling with Shadow Froslass in this meta. And as we'll see, I'm going to try my best to actually do exactly this. And we're going to go straight into our Froslass. We're going to go for the full farm down. Perfect opportunity to completely sweep the opponent's team. And in comes the DSP. And in comes the triple Axel. And we are boosting away. We are boosting away. We're going to get more attack onto ourselves. We're going to use a shield here because Fire Punch is doing a little bit more damage. And triple Axel is coming through again, forcing the knockout here against the opponent maybe. Let's find out. They decide to use a shield. That's fine. We can still survive a Fire Punch. And that's what I mean with Steamrolling. This Pokemon has the potential to go through entire teams if you set it up correctly, which we were able to do here as well. Miltank, no problem anymore. We have our charge moves though. They're just going to be able to knock them out. And in comes again the DSP, which is just going to go down. Second to last battle here, we're going to have the Dunsparce. Dunsparce against us again, a very solid lead for me. I'm totally happy about it, but let's see if this is gonna still stay like this. We're gonna have the Frenzy Plant coming through. I'm gonna be able to also now take the hit from the opponent. It's gonna be nearly guaranteed a Rock Slide. And so we're gonna try our best here to go for another Frenzy Plant against the opponent as well. But they decided to go for a Rock Slide first. I can overform by a little bit. That's gonna be fine. We had 2 Frenzy Plants here. What a great matchup, honestly, here. This is for the Superior. Superior is just such a good Pokemon for this one. And then we're going to see the one Pokemon we wanted never to see here, basically. It's going to be the, Marowak. Marowak is going to be an interesting Pokemon, having access to Shadow Bone here, doing some solid damage, but also having the Fire typing, which... Yes, we have coverage. We have coverage, especially against this Pokemon, as Shadow Ball is also doing super effective damage. But basically everything else is going to be a bit of a trickier one. We're going to have here the Oranguru coming in. We're going to have the Ice Wind coming through against the opponent. And we will try our best here to swap out, but it did not work out at all. And now we're going to have the Trailblaze coming through. We keep the energy just in case for later on, just for the matchup against the opponent's Marowak. We decide to use a shield against the foul play. And I am going to be forced to go for that charge move here, otherwise I would get to another brutal swing there against us as well. As we'll see, triple Axel is going to be able to knock them out. We would even get to another triple Axel, but we would have never reached the Shadow Ball. So that would be the question. If I went for triple Axel and I had the CMP tie, I would have been able to get the shield. I definitely guaranteed would have won the battle here, but I didn't. And so, as we will see here, the opponent is going to be able to knock us out, and maybe there was actually even a way of coming back, but I had to rely on the opponent making a big mistake there. And next opponent here is going to have the Superior in the lead, and as we're going to run an ABB style line, I kind of would like to swap out here into my Dugong, especially as I know that the Ice Shot damage is going to add up in the 2-shield scenario as I swap out into their own Dugong. So, grab some popcorn, maybe scroll down into the section where you can leave a like to this video. I would really appreciate it as well, because Dugong vs Dugong matchup is going to be a long one. But yeah, again, if you enjoy this type of video, feel free to leave a like. This team was really nice for me. I would really recommend you to give this team a try, especially the Shadow variant of Froslass with a triple Axel. Was a lot of fun to play. And as we're going to see as well, the opponent is going to now have to take a hit. It's going to be that big drill run, and we're going to be in a great position here as they decide to go for their own move. I should be able to outspeed them next and either get the shield here and get them in scene low enough that we could farm down, or get realignment. And so we got at least one advantage where the opponent has the shield advantage here guaranteed at this point. We're going to see the swap onto the superior, and unluckily we are not going to be able to get to the next move. Great counting from the opponent. Of course, we're in very high elo range, so they cannot know their things. We will let the move go through here as well, but we have to hope that there's something in the back that we're going to be able to deal with our Froslass. Maybe a flying type Pokemon would be great. Maybe, I don't know, like what would you pair with a grass type Pokemon? Maybe a rock type, which is not really ideal for us though. So hopefully it's not going to be a rock type Pokemon. We have the Auroras coming in. It's a rock type. And I make a mistake here by going for the Aerial Ace, and they call that, and that is good game, basically. Or is it? I am forced to go for the bait here. Shadow Ball would knock them out most likely from this range, but I have to hope now that they decide to go for our bait as well, which they didn't, and that's game over. And this is going to be it for this video. I feel like this was definitely a winnable matchup as well. But yeah, this team was amazing. Definitely check this team out as well for yourself if you have the Pokemon. You can use a normal variant as well of the Froslass, and this is going to be it. See you then. Bye bye.